That's what it looks like with not ideal lighting. I had them put no coats on my face, so I look even more ridiculous than normal. But I'll get it tomorrow. I'm ready. What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Back with another video. That intro clip was from my 2021 show, One Day Out. You can tell I'm extremely lean and extremely tan. I'm never that tan normally or naturally, but I showed that clip because this week's video is about prior classes, what competition class I'm going to be competing in this year, some of the differences, why I'm doing a switch. So what I want to talk about first are the different types of divisions or the different classes when it comes to male bodybuilding. Women have a completely separate structure. There's different classes, multiple classes. Not diving into that right now. If you guys want an overview on the different classes, generally speaking, my thoughts, comments, opinions on that, happy to do that in the future. But right now I'm focusing on the three big divisions for men. You have regular bodybuilding, you have classic physique, and you have physique regularis. That's the scientific name. In layman's terms, it's just physique. I've historically always done physique. My last 5 shows, all in physique. This year, I'm jumping into classic physique, and we'll get into why later in the video. What I want to do right now is to give a little bit of a metric and not speak abstractly, but put a little bit more of a defined, no pun intended, snapshot of what each class looks like and the goals of each. I'm going to put the 2023 winners of the Mr. Olympia on the screen right now. Yeah. So first, Derek Lunsford. He won the bodybuilding men's overall. You can see he is massive. And then in the classic physique category, you have the 5-time Mr. Olympia champion, Chris Bumstead, C-Bum. You can see immediately some differences in physique, leanness, just the balance of the physiques. Chris is a lot taller, and we'll get into that as well as far as height, how that comes into play. And then finally, for the physique overall winner, it was Ryan Terry. You can see different style shorts for each of them, but we will get into that here shortly. So these were the winners. These are the quote-unquote gold standard. The Mr. Olympia is the end-all be-all when it comes to bodybuilding competitions. These 3 guys were the top in their class last year. Who knows what's going to happen this year? But the criteria for each is a little bit different. So as I said in a prior video, physique is just male modeling. You're wearing your board shorts, you're doing your quarter turns, you're not really hitting any bodybuilding poses. You are just doing your little pirouettes and turns for the judges. Classic physique and bodybuilding are a little bit more traditional. Obviously, bodybuilding, you have your bodybuilding poses, your front double bicep, your lat spread, your side chest, side tricep. All of these different poses, classic physique also incorporates. Both of those, as you can see from Mr. Olympia, wear posing trunks, speedos, mankinis, whatever you want to call them, but in the business they are posing trunks. The theory is because you train legs and you are looking for a balanced physique when it comes to bodybuilding and classic physique, you want to be able to see all of it. You want the glute striations, all of that really good stuff that the physique guys get a reputation of sort of letting go by the wayside. Physiques themselves, if you look at the size, the leanness, the fullness of their muscles, classic physique is not physique is not nearly as lean as bodybuilding and classic physique. Classic Physique was created in 2016, and the theory behind it was to get back to the golden age of bodybuilding, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, Franco Columbu, that look, because the trend had been, with winners like Phil Heath, Kai Green, they were mass monsters, as the phrase typically was thrown around. Obviously, all of these guys are enhanced. I'm not going to speak to them specifically as far as what they are on, but most of them are pretty open and honest as far as their steroid use. With bodybuilding and the amount of gear that was being taken, you had something called GH gut, growth hormone gut. It looked like they were pregnant. So the Classic Physique category was brought in to sort of get back to that aesthetic, being able to do the vacuum, that level of physique. Obviously, bodybuilding and Classic Physique, they still hit the bodybuilding poses. So they are required to have their posing routines down pat. The judges put them through the ringer as far as hitting all of these different poses. They move them, the closer you are to the center whenever they're doing their initial prejudging, the better off you typically are. You want to be smack dab in the middle. The further off to either end depends on your placement, usually, but things can change. All of the bodybuilders and Classic Physique competitors have individual routines as well that they perform at Mr. Olympia. Physique traditionally doesn't, but the organization that I compete in, the OCB, does allow every single competitor to have their own individual routine, whether they are in Physique, Classic Physique, or bodybuilding. It doesn't count against you when it comes to scoring. It is just your chance to express yourself, which I really enjoy. You get to pick your own music, and you just get to have fun on stage, knowing that it's not going to count against you. The hard work has been done at that point, and you just get to go out there and have a good time with it. So I've competed 5 times, every single time in Physique, 2 different organizations. My first 2 shows were with the NPC. Did not like how that panned out. I was not happy with the judging. I was not happy with the politics as I viewed it backstage. But once I got into the OCB, it is a fantastic community. I cannot preach about it or speak about it more highly than I already do. So I'm sticking with it. The drug testing, all of these shows are drug tested. OCB that has a polygraph as well that you take the day before the show. There is a whole list of banned substances going from 7 years all the way up to 6 months in proximity to the show. So they test for prescription strength diuretics, obviously steroids, different testosterone boosters, the whole 9 yards. It is very thorough, and I appreciate that because it is a truly natural show. I am a natural competitor, so the playing field is even. I'm not stepping on stage against guys that look like Chris Bumstead. Well, they might look like him, but they are natural and hit the genetic lottery, so to speak. The reason I never jumped beyond Physique was I didn't feel like I had the size to do it. You can see from just the Mr. Olympia winners that there's a big difference between Physique, Classic Physique, and bodybuilding when it comes to the muscular size. And the leaner you get, the less body mass you can hold on to. I just didn't think I was going to be competitive in doing anything other than Physique. The other part of it was my posing. It's easy to get up there and do my quarter turns. I am an ambi turner. I can turn left and right, so I've got a leg up on Derek Zoolander. But the front double bicep, the side chest, it requires a different level of mind-muscle connection that I just frankly didn't feel like I had. Since 2021, I have made it a priority, even when I've been at almost 200 pounds, focusing on doing those posing routines. Even if it's just a quick little bit after a pump workout, you get blood flowing, you get the muscles that you want to show off a little bit fuller, and just get used to looking at yourself in the mirror. You might not be comfortable with it, but what's our motto this year? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. So I've taken the last 3 years now to focus on that in the off season. I'm hoping that that transfers over this year when I make this jump. Why am I making this jump? Why am I doing it now? Am I a complete and total idiot for doing it? We'll find out on that last part. But I want a new challenge. I want to expand my competitive nature and the different experiences that I have. I'm still sticking with the same organization. I anticipate seeing probably the same guys that I've seen at other shows backstage. You see familiar faces, you see the same promoters, the same vendors. It is very much a community, but I want to experience something new. I want to push myself and see if I can hack it. If I can't, then I know. But this is the best I felt at 180 pounds. It is the biggest I felt while still having a little bit of leanness. I've stayed in a surplus basically for the last 3 years. I've done a few mini cuts here and there, but for the most part, I've stayed about 180 to 195 pounds. And I think that has helped in adding a good bit of size. We'll find out as I get leaner and as we go through this YouTube series if that holds true, or if come show day I look exactly like I did at the beginning of this video, and so be it. And then I haven't made any progress in 5 years, and I will go cry into my whey protein. But I don't think that will be the case. The heaviest I was whenever I started my first show was 200 pounds, and I'll put a picture right here. This was before any type of diet. This was literally my starting physique before I decided to compete. That was 200 pounds. Now you look at what I look like now at 185. That was the beginning of prep. Yes, it's 15 pounds less, but there's a significant difference. So again, that is 10 years of work. I've put in 5 years or 3 years since my last show. I'm hoping that the size gains are still there. The reason I'm making this jump is it's going to be a good metric for future competitions and my off-season goals. I'm going to see how I look. And if I think, hey, I hung in there and I was top 3 with the other guys, then I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. If I come in not as lean, or I still don't feel like I have enough muscle, then I know I've got to take some more time off. I need to devote more time to putting on lean mass. Maybe my prep next time is even more prolonged and less aggressive. Maybe 1.5 pounds is per week is too much. Maybe I really need to take it slow and steady. Maybe my starting physique needs to be, or starting weight needs to be closer to stage weight. All of these things will be determined based on how my show goes this year. So it made sense, knowing that I'm probably going to have a 5-year gap between now and my next show. I want to optimize those 5 years and make sure that the next time I step on stage, I'm bringing an even better physique, even though I will likely be damn near 40 or over 40 at that point. The other big thing, as I stated earlier, was my posing. I really want to nail down that mind-muscle connection. I'm not going to have a mirror in front of me when I'm on stage hitting these poses, so I need to be able to feel the muscle and understand how my posing looks to the judges. It's going to be completely different from how I look now to when I step on stage. One, I'll be bronze, obviously, but I'm going to be a hell of a lot leaner. So practicing now, being able to figure out that mind-muscle connection will only be what's the word? I'm blanking on the word, guys. It will be exponentially more. Words, guys, it's tough. By the time I step on stage. So nail down that mind-muscle connection now, and it's only going to improve as we get closer to show day. So that's it for this video. I'm going to end with a recent clip I did. This was after a back day, just going through a few bodybuilding poses. And again, I'm filming myself as frequently as I can, making sure I've got these things nailed down. I've still got, about 4 months to figure this out, but the more practice, it can only result in more improvement. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.